What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope the volume is good. Hope the volume is good. All right. Y'all get up in here, man. Let's talk about this. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope y'all doing good in the hood, man. We gonna light it up tonight. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Get up in the chat, yo. It's your boy, Yo, on Slaw Tree, man. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. As always, man, y'all go to Instagram. Go check out my boy Stack Jones, man. Go check out Exotic Drinks. All right, Exotic Drinks got those drinks for y'all. Y'all get up in the chat, man. Don't mind the background noise, yo. We in New York City. That's how we do here in New York City, man. Let me know if the volume's good, everybody. I had to been having some volume issues with my volume, so let me know how the volume sounds in the chat, y'all. Get up in here, get up in here. I'm gonna give y'all another minute to get up in here, man. Let's get this talking bars going, man. Hope y'all doing good. What up, chat? Y'all hit the chat, man. Chat, what up? What's good? Y'all get up in here, man. I know y'all didn't see me in a minute, man. It's been a minute. Work is kicking my butt, y'all. But y'all know how it is. You gotta keep grinding. We gotta keep it going. Gotta keep it going. Can't stop, won't stop, Puff Daddy. Hit that like button, man. Let me get some water, yo. I gotta go get my water. Let me get my water, man. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all get up in the chat, man. Let me know if y'all here. Get up in the chat right now. Drop a comment. Let me get my water real quick. Y'all get up in the comment section, man. Chat, where y'all at? Where the comment section at? Who's in here? Who's in here? Tap in, y'all. Who's in the chat? Let me see y'all names. Who's there? Who's in the chat? Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Who's in the chat, man? What's going on tonight? What we doing? I see 3 people up in here. I ain't seen nobody. Hit that comment section, man. Let me know how the volume sounds too, all right? I want to talk to y'all tonight. Tammy is in the building. Tammy, what's good? Triborough's in the building. Try, what's good, man? Let me know how the volume sounds, y'all. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down with the volume. I've been having some volume issues lately. Let me know how the volume sounds, yo. Thumbs up or thumbs down on the volume. Shout out to Tammy. I see you out there doing your thing, Tammy. I see you out there. I see you putting up those numbers, Tammy. I see you getting those. I see you getting those degrees. Shout out to Clayton. Clayton is in the building. Yo, I want to talk to y'all tonight, man. There's a conversation been going around. Try had this conversation with me a couple while ago, and I say, you know what, man? I'm gonna test the theory, yo. I'm gonna test the theory. There's a lot of y'all been talking about who has the best albums, who has the best introductory album. A lot of your favorite rappers have good introductory albums and they have bad second albums. But there's a lot of rappers that have good albums and good second albums as well. So today I'm gonna put it to the test today. I want to hear what y'all gotta say. I want to see who y'all vote for. Tammy says, I know I'll be cooling. How I'll be cooling. All right, Tammy, I see you. Shout out to Tammy, man. Shout out to Trinidad and Tobago. My Trini people doing big things. I'm going to test y'all today. Tammy says Nas has the best 2-album run. Oh, Triborough says Nas has the best 2-album run. Listen, I'm not even going to argue with that. y'all know how I feel about early Nas. So I'm not even arguing with that. Illmatic, it was written. I'm not even touching that. But I'm gonna put this one up here for y'all. Cause y'all be talking a lot out there in the hip hop world. The hip hop world, y'all be talking a lot. And today I want to put it all together. I want to put it all together. Me, I like bars. I like flow. I like great production. I like cohesiveness on the album. I like replayability. I like an album that has longevity. I like an album that does numbers too. If nobody buys your album, I don't care how good it is. If nobody's buying it, that's a scratch on your resume. So I'll put it all together. I'll put it all together when I decide who has the best album or who has the best album run or who's the GOAT, who's not the GOAT. But today, I'm throwing it towards y'all, man. I got 3 people I want to talk about today. And I see Clayton has a comment. Clayton says, a lot of people sleep on 50's second album. It has some good bangers on there. All right, Clayton. Put up today, Clayton. Let me hear what you got to say about this. We got Dr. Dre. And by no means is this the best 3 albums of all. No, the best 3 artists. This is not what it says. We're doing the verses today. We got 3 artists today. And I want to hear from y'all, man. I want to hear y'all reasoning too. I just don't want to hear y'all say this is the one that. Let me hear y'all reasoning. We got Dr. Dre. We got 50 Cent. And we got Big Pun. Rest in peace, Pun. A lot of people consider Dr. Dre's The Chronic and The Chronic 2001. Some people say those are classic albums. There's a lot of people that say Dr. Dre's first 2 albums are classics. Not perfect. I'm not saying perfect, but I've heard a lot of people say those are classic albums. Tammy has a comment. Tammy says, I'm going to keep it gritty. NYC. I'm going with Big Pun. Tammy is going with Pun. Triborough has a comment. Triborough says, I got to go with Dr. Dre on this one. He introduced and made superstars on both albums. Clayton has a comment. Clayton says, I'm going with 50 Cent because he came through the door swinging. Listen. Not a lot of artists have a great first album and a great second album. I'm looking at you, Snoop Dogg. Not a lot of artists. There's some big artists out there that have a first good album and the second album maybe, I'm looking at you, Redman. And I love Redman, don't get me wrong. I'm looking at you, Busta Rhymes. I'm looking at you, Lil Wayne. I could go on and on. Going back to back on great albums is hard. So let me hear why. Tammy has a comment. Tammy says, Pun, because he was really about what he rapped about. Rest in peace to Pun, man. I tell people all the time, man, like I love Capital Punishment. Tribor is already going off on the Busta Rhymes. I think Busta Rhymes had some good albums, but Busta Rhymes had some duds along the way. But anyway, I love Capital Punishment. I think Capital Punishment is one of those perfect albums. Capital Punishment is an amazing album. But for some reason, man, I love Yeah Baby. There's something about Yeah Baby that sometimes I play Yeah Baby more than I play Capital Punishment. And again, I love Capital Punishment. I love the Capital Punishment album. But there's something about Big Pun's growth on Yeah Baby that I just can't get over. I don't know what it is. I honestly, I bump Yeah Baby more than I bump Capital Punishment. I'm being honest with y'all. And I love both albums, but for some reason, something about Yeah Baby, I don't know if it's not as gritty as Capital Punishment, or it shows more versatility. I don't know what it is, but people sleep on Yeah Baby a lot. Shout out to the Yeah Baby album. So Triborough says Busta Rhymes. What? Yeah. Busta Rhymes' first few albums were good, not great. Like Busta Rhymes' first two albums, I really don't replay that much until he gets into like his third, fourth, and fifth album. I forgot what album it is that I love the most. I forgot the name of the album, but yeah, Busta Rhymes and Redman to me also. I love Redman's career, but to me, Redman didn't get great until he dropped the Muddy Waters album. Like the first few albums were gritty, but it wasn't great until he hit the Muddy Waters. So yeah, 50 Cent. I tell people all the time. I live in Jamaica, Queens. I live here, okay? Southside Jamaica, Queens is right there. I could walk to Southside 5 minutes away. I could walk to the projects from here. Outside of Get Rich or Die Trying, we are not bumping. But I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from y'all. Who's bumping the second 50 Cent album? Clayton say he's bumping it. Clayton Phillips says 50 came through the door swinging. Triborough says Mace. Oh God, Mace. Oh gosh. Mace has a horrible second album. That's facts. Like I said, Snoop Dogg has a good second album, but it's not as good as his first album. Foxy Brown, that might be a good yeah. I think China. What was the third album China Doll, or was the second album China Doll? I think Broken Silence was the one when she came back hard, right? So I think it's Il Nana was great, China Doll maybe wasn't good, and the third album was Broken Silence. I could be wrong, but I think that's how that goes. Triborough says, who else Triborough got on that list? Well, let me go back to the list. Redman, yeah, Redman had a bad second album, man, and I love Redman. Shout out to Redman. Triborough says, Yeah Baby is dope. Yeah, man, people sleep on Yeah Baby a lot. Triborough says bad meaning, horrible, LOL at Tammy. Triborough says Busta first four was his best run. Okay. Busta had some gritty albums, man. Like I can't front. Busta had some gritty albums, but I just don't think his second album was up to par like it was. Triborough says I threw away May's second album. I still have Double Up. I'm not getting rid. I'm not throwing my albums away. I'm not rich like that. I don't got money like that. But today, man, I wanted to talk to y'all today, man, about first albums and second albums. So drop your votes. Let me hear who you're voting for. I know Triborough says he's going with Dr. Dre. Tammy says she's going with Big Pun. Clayton says he's going with 50 Cents. Triborough says China Doll is the second album. Yeah, China Doll was not as good as Il Nana. That's facts. and she did come back pretty hard with Broken Silence. Broken Silence was one of those albums where she really poured her heart out in Broken Silence, man. And I love Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown is one of my all-time favorite female MCs. She's Trinidadian, Trinidad Tobagonian, so I'm biased. Yeah, I said it, biased. But I love Foxy music, man. But if we break down these three artists really did have three amazing first albums. Like The Chronic, when Dr. Dre left NWA and started doing his own thing, listen, The Chronic is one of those albums that I don't want to say put West Coast on the map, but when you look at the West Coast discography of great West Coast albums, The Chronic has to be in the top three West Coast albums. And there's a lot of West Coast artists. There's Too Short, there's Ice-T, there's E40, there's Pac, there's Exhibit, there's Dog Pound, there's Snoop. So there's NWA, there's Ren. There's a lot of artists you can choose from that has a West Coast album. But if we're talking about West Coast classic albums, top three. If you're talking about top three West Coast albums, you got to put Chronic in the top three. Chronic, Doggy Style. You got to put a Pac album in the top three West Coast. You got to. Listen. If you put in West Coast albums and you don't have Chronic, Doggy Style, Me Against the World. Listen. Pac got a lot of good albums, but you got to put Chronic in the top three West Coast albums. Get Rich or Die Trying. Now, is 50 Cent the most lyrical MC? No. But Get Rich or Die Trying did what It's Dark and Hell is Hot did. The rap game was in one of those flux where it was a little bit too dance happy. Rappers were doing too many what do they call it? The rapper, the female rapper, something with the rap game. The rap game was getting kind of soft. And when 50 Cent came along, he came along at the right time to throw in some greediness into the rap game. DMX did the same thing. The rap game was going through a state where it was really nice music, but DMX came in with just everything up. Shout out to DMX. Rest in peace, DMX. Tammy says, "Oh wait, Redman's first album is so good." So, now, Tammy, let me just say this, Tammy. I love Redman. Redman is one of my favorite artists. I don't want to shit on Redman, and I like me as a fan. I like all of Redman's contents. Some are better than the other. Redman's first two albums, I think, was too gritty. Like when you put together an album, you're supposed to have a kind of a balance to the album where, yes, it's a hardcore album, but there's something about song structuring and what you're rapping about. You gotta kind of balance it out. I don't think his first two albums were structured correctly. But again, I'm not gonna shit on Redman. I still like his first few albums, but Redman peaked to me at Muddy Waters. Shout out for the comment, Tammy. Thank you for that. Triborough says, yes, What the Album is a classic at Tammy. Tammy says, yes, I was obsessed. Yeah. Redman had that about him, but he didn't perfect his album creating skills until Muddy Waters. Shout out for that. Shout out for those comments, yo. Thank you for that, Tammy. Thank you for that. I try. Tammy says, There Is a Dark Side was good to me too. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible. It just wasn't great. Again, There Is a Dark Side is still one of those albums where Redman had to do a little better with perfecting his style. Doom TV is in the building. Doom TV, thank you for coming through. Today we're talking about classic first and second albums. We're talking about artists that have great first albums. What about their second album? And today we're putting together these three artists. We're putting together Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and Big Pun. Who had the better 1-2 punch? Dr. Doom TV, I would like your comment. 9,000K. Salute to Dr. Doom TV. Drop a comment in the comment section. Who had the better 1-2 punch? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. When that Dr. Dre Chronic 2001 came out, that album was fire. Fire! 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 And yes, we were waiting. Dr. Dre is one of those artists that kept us waiting. So yes, we were waiting for Dre to drop his second album. So that may have been one of the reasons why we loved 2001 so much. But Chronic 2001 was fire. Like I just told y'all, Yeah Baby dropped when Pun had passed away. So we all know what happens when a great artist passes away. People buy their music more. It happened with Pac. It happened with Pop Smoke. It happened with XXXTentacion. It happened with Soulja Slim. It just happened. Like whenever an artist passes away for whatever reason, the album that comes out, their post-mortem album, people just gravitate to it. Big L, when Big L's that second album came out, people just flocked to it. But the Yeah Baby album was a solid album. I don't think Pun sequenced that album. I could be wrong. When I listen to the album sequencing in Yeah Baby, it's not sequenced as good as Capital Punishment. Capital Punishment, the song structuring is better than Yeah Baby. So I don't think Pun was involved with the sequencing of how the songs went. But Yeah Baby is still a phenomenal album. For me, the weakest album out of these 6 albums is 50 Cent's The Massacre album. I don't think The Massacre is a better second album than Yeah Baby. I don't think The Massacre is a better second album than Chronic 2001. But I want to hear from y'all today. Drop it in the comments. Doom TV has a comment. Doom TV says, 50 hit good, but Pun hit more lyrically. Shout out to Pun. Triborough says, both Dre albums were bananas. East Coast definitely showed love. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Listen, East Coast always showed love to all the other coasts. West Coast, down south, Midwest. I used to always go to Jamaica Avenue to cop my CDs. And on Jamaica Avenue, you had multiple places where you could buy CDs. There was a Coliseum block. In the Coliseum, there was a spot that sold CDs. Down Jamaica Avenue, next to the White Castle, I think it was called House of Hits, whatever it was called. There was original CDs there, and both of those spots, they used to do album signings. So on Jamaica Avenue, back in the 90s and the 2000s, it was a regular thing to go on the Ave and go pick up an album and to see an artist there doing album signings. I have an album signing from Nori. My girlfriend at the time, she went to buy me the Nori album, and Nori Nori was in the store on Jamaica Ave signing albums. So I have an autographed copy of the Nore album. So seeing artists and buying CDs at that time was a phenomenal time. But if I had to choose the best 1-2 punch, the weakest link is Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre. And again, The Massacre sold phenomenal numbers. Like The Massacre probably sold more than Yeah Baby. I don't know if it sold more than 2001, but The Massacre sold amazingly. But is it a better album than Yeah Baby? Is it a better album than Chronic 2001? I don't know. Let me see what's going on in the comments. Tommy has a comment. Tommy says, Dr. Dre, I did like, but once he started going on and on about West Coast this and West Coast that, I tuned out. West Coast is weird, man. That whole West Coast lifestyle to me is a little bit crazy. We got a call coming in, man. We got Tri-Bo Gigolo calling in. Hold on, yo. Try, what's good? Try, what's the deal? Talk to me, man.
Oh, no, man. Yo, I think I love The Massacre a little bit more than Yeah Baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, we were waiting for that, 50 coming to success of Get Rich or Die Trying. He had the buzz in the streets.
Okay.
And then, the mixtape scene was big, so they playing joints like, In My Hood and Ski Mask Way and Guns Come Out, and I think that album's fun. And then he had the Out of Control remix with Mobb Deep. I think that album is phenomenal. Like, it's a great sophomore album for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah Baby was dope. Like, I love that album too. Like, Rest in Peace to Pun. I remember I had gotten that album right came out, like right after he passed away.
Right.
And having It's So Hard came out, and
yeah, that song hit hard after he passed, man.
That was
a
great single, and he had the drum MOP, New York Giants. That was my
dream. Oh gosh, woo, MOP turned that track upside down.
The Remy joint, Miss Martin.
Oh gosh, fire.
You know what I mean? So that's a great album too. I'm gonna give the slight edge. I mean, I don't know, cause Dre first two to me was like his best. Like after that,
yes.
I didn't care for the Compton soundtrack and
all. Yeah. No.
Around 2001, like I said, like that was a groundbreaking album. Like for him to like come out after the success of the Chronic in 92, 93. And like Dre, any artist Dre come out with, they become stars. Whether it's Kendrick, 50 Cent, Eminem,
right,
Anderson .Paak.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
the game. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's like Dre is not only a great producer, but he has a great eye for talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, facts.
And I love Chronic 2001,
man. Okay. So you're going with giving Dre the slight edge.
Yeah, I'm giving Dre the slight edge over 50 and Pun.
Okay, I gotta admit, man. I listen. Like I tell people all the time, I live in Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
That 50 Cent run, like when 50 Cent first came out, and people started to when How to Rob started to get around in the circuits, How to Rob caused a lot of problems in Queens, yo. Like everybody was bumping it, but there was an undertone where the hip hop community was not happy with that song at all. So even though you were bumping the song and loving the song, there were a lot of artists out here in Queens too that were not happy with that song at all. And what 50 Cent did with that marketing tool that he used to trick the artists into responding to him, it was genius.
And you remember that song wasn't even on his album. It was on the Mad Rappers
album. It was like a mixtape. Yeah, okay. I heard it on a mixtape first when I first heard it.
It was on the Mad Rappers album because he had like a album full of like different artists, like various artists on there.
Yeah.
And that's like the song that everybody remember. He's going at Missy and Jay-Z and everybody, and he got people to respond, and that's what created the buzz for him on the radio. Radio started playing that, And then we come out with Life's on the Line and Wankster and all that, and he just took off.
I was surprised Ghostface responded. I was surprised Pun responded. He tried to get Jay, but Jay hit him with the "I'm about $1." What the? So Jay didn't go too deep into it, but Jay gave him a little slice. So his ploy worked. And I remember when before the Get Rich or Die Trying, we used to be in the crib freestyling, and he was the first one I remember that started with doing the freestyles over everybody's beats.
Right.
And when that album came out, there was such a crazy buzz in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was bumping Get Rich. Everybody was bumping Get Rich or Die Trying.
I remember having that on bootleg back in the day, and it's a shame that Columbia Records never released it officially, but that album is phenomenal.
Yeah. His run from his first, second, and even his third album when he did that marketing ploy again with Kanye, because when Kanye came out, Kanye was scorching hot by his second album. So when he figured out, let's do the album battle thing, that was genius as well. And that sold. His and Kanye album sold, but I think Kanye got the edge, if I remember correctly.
Kanye had the better album.
Right. I think, but I know even in sales, I think Kanye topped him in sales too. But yeah, so I like the Get Rich or Die Trying. I don't think the Curtis album is, to me, better than the Chronic 2001.
Yeah.
And me personally, again, I'm not putting it over Yeah Baby. There's something about Yeah Baby. I can't put a finger on it. But like I said, I bumped that album religiously.
Same. Especially right after he passed away, it was like I was depressed, man. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
another legend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the album, like, and at that time, like, they had like radio stations were already playing different songs from the album before it came out.
Yeah. Yes.
You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's a great sophomore album, and I was watching his son Christopher Rivers, like he has a podcast. He was talking about like that album was already completed. Like Pun was already working on the third album before he passed away.
Okay, so Pun was involved in putting the sequencing together on that album. You're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. For some reason, I just feel like when I listen to it, it feels a little bit like some of the songs should not be in that order. But okay.
Right.
Okay.
I've heard people say that about the sequencing too.
Okay. I want to switch gears a little bit. I know you're on your podcast, That Ain't Rap podcast. You always do sports and stuff. What's your take on the Knicks Boston series right now?
Listen, tomorrow is going to be crazy. That is going to be the most important playoff game in Knicks history.
Wait. Pause. Try. Patrick Ewing. Allen Houston, Sprewell, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals too. Try.
Well, let me say this. My bad. This will be the most important playoff game for us since 1999. But when we went to the finals in the lockout year, whatever.
Okay. Don't make it sound to the people like we never went to the finals.
No,
I'm saying we never went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
But this is the thing is. They wasn't picking us to win this series. They were picking the odds.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
And the fact that the Knicks stole not one but two road games in Boston.
You're right.
And we have to come back and win those.
You're right.
If we win tomorrow, the series is done. It's over for Boston.
Okay.
You're a Celtics fan right now. You better run your Celtics jersey. It's a wrap.
Did you see the Paul Pierce walk into work?
Yes, I did. That was so stupid, but at least he admitted to his mistake, and he's like, "Yo, I gotta own up to my mistake," and he did like that 15-mile walk. That's crazy, though. All
right. So what's your synopsis of what's going to happen with the game tomorrow? Point splits. What's going to happen tomorrow?
The Knicks are going to feed off the city and the energy of the Garden, and we got to come out with guns blazing, and we are going to win tomorrow. And once we win tomorrow, it's over.
All right. Try from That Ain't Rap podcast. Go check out his podcast on YouTube. Here on YouTube, yes. Go check out his channel on Instagram. What you got coming up next, Troy?
Yo, I'm doing some. I want to say like I've officially retired from album reviews, so I'm not doing.
Wait. Why?
Bro, I've been doing album reviews for 8 years.
Okay.
And I'm just like mentally drained from doing it all the time. So I'm just taking like a little break from that.
Okay.
And like you said, like I want to discuss more sports and more movie talk and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
But I will be doing a lot more content on Instagram. So, I'm actually eligible now to get paid on Instagram for my content.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bless.
So
That's what's
that's
up.
what it's all about. So I will definitely be doing more live streams and content on Instagram.
Okay. Okay. All right. Are you gonna do any TikTok channel or no?
Nah, not right now. I don't know. Maybe by the summertime, but we'll see.
All right. All right. Yo, Triborough from the Daddy and Rap podcast. Go check him out. Try. I appreciate you, man.
No doubt. Salute.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, yo, that's Triborough. Go check out his YouTube channel. All right? He got a YouTube channel, Daddy and Rap Podcast. Go subscribe to his channel. He does sports. He does movies. He does sitcom. Just go check out his channel, man. And go check him out on Instagram. Like he just said, he's finally getting paid for his Instagram videos. So y'all go support that, man. If y'all don't support that, y'all crazy. Go support that, all right? Listen, man. Shout out to Triple T Reviews is in the building. Triple T, what up, man? Thanks for coming through. I remember Patrick Ewing. I was there. Well, I wasn't in the garden, but I was home. But I remember Patrick Ewing with the finger roll to win the game. So when people say this is the most important New York Knicks game, let's pump our brakes. Okay. All right. The 90s Knicks has been breaking our hearts. Okay. We have a lot of broken heart memories, us Knicks fans. All right. But shout out to the Knicks, man. 2 games up. Coming home. I think the game tomorrow is around 3:30 or 3 o'clock, something like that. Listen, I was online. They said the cheapest tickets is over $2,500. $2,500 for the cheapest tickets. I can't do it, man. Let me hit the chat, man. Let me see what's going on in the chat. See what's going on with y'all, man. Shout out to Doom TV. Doom TV says Pun is more lyrical. Tammy says Pun is a lyricist, not a rapper. That's facts. That's facts. Tammy says the Coliseum, good times. Shout out to Jamaica Avenue Coliseum. They're shutting down the whole Coliseum block now. The Coliseum is still open, that building, but like 80% of the stores on the Coliseum block has been closed. I think they're doing some redevelopment there, so we'll see how it goes. Try says, I used to go out to the Coliseum and buy a lot of stuff. The Coliseum block was the spot, even the bootlegs. All right, if you were going out back in the days in the 90s and you want to get all the ill bootlegs, the Coliseum Ave had all the bootlegs too, all right? Let's see what's going on in the chat. Triple T is in the chat. Shout out Triple T, man. Tammy says, yeah, I know, LOL. I'm just messing with you, Try. Try says, let's go Knicks. So today we're talking about these 3 artists, man. Who had the better 2-album run? A lot of people always talk about Dr. Dre's first album, which is phenomenal. People always talk about Get Rich or Die Trying, which is phenomenal. Y'all already know Capital Punishment is a phenomenal album. But what about their second album? What about when you come out so hot and you got to do it again? Shout out to Nas. Nas did it again. It Was Written. My man Hova, I know some of y'all don't like In My Lifetime Volume 1. In My Lifetime Volume 1 is a banger. Did it again. Beanie Siegel came out with one album, did it again. There's a lot of artists that can't say that. Chronic 2001 is an amazing second album, man. The Massacre, amazing second album, like Try said. Yeah, Baby is an amazing second album as well, too. So hit the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about these 2 albums. I'm doing a lot more TikTok videos, y'all. So if y'all got TikTok, Go to TikTok, subscribe to your boy's channel. Tammy says Jay-Z has some great albums. Jay has a good run, man. Jay has a good run. Reasonable Doubt, In My Lifetime Volume 1. In My Lifetime Volume 2, that just took off. In My Lifetime Volume 3, I think it continued. It continued to push. The Dynasty. Listen, I bumped the Dynasty religiously, man. Y'all see, I bumped the Dynasty like crazy. So yeah, Tammy. Jay has a good run. Triple T Reviews has a comment. Triple T says, overall, I'm going with Dr. Dre. Yeah, man. I gotta go with Dr. Dre too, y'all. Even though that Big Pun first two albums, and to me, I think nostalgia plays a little bit of influence for me when it comes to that Pun second album. I know it. I'm gonna be honest, but Yeah Baby is still a phenomenal album. But me personally, I definitely gotta go with Dr. Dre, Chronic, and Chronic 2001. Chronic 2001 has so many bangers on there, y'all. That album has so many bangers, y'all. Explosive, when you in the club, doom, 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 la da 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 da, it's the Snoop Dogg. You know who's back in this mother? Light some weed up there. Top dog, you can burn that shit up. DPGC, but yo, when you in the club and that song comes on, oh, yeah, man. Chronic 2001. I'm gonna go with Chronic 2001, yo. I'm gonna go with Chronic 2001. I can't diss Dr. Dre, man. So, yo, thank you everyone for coming through, man. I appreciate y'all for always joining the lives, talking bars. Tammy says that next episode, not explosive. My bad. Next episode, yes. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. That next episode, yo, the video is crazy too, yo. Oh, and that video has there's a couple heads in that video. That video has a lot of sneak peeks. If you watch that video, there's a lot of people that's in that video that you don't think is in that video, man. Thank you for that, Tammy. Explosive. My bad. Next episode. Thank you, Tammy. My bad. Triple T says, Dr. Dre, I like the Chronic, but my personal favorite album is 2001. 50 Cent, I hate all his solo albums. Yo, Triple T, how you hate 50 Cent, man? 50 got some good albums, man. And 50's G-Unit stuff is good. And 50 Cent's mixtape run is crazy. Triple T, come on, man. You gotta give 50 Cent a second try, man. Give 50 a second try, Triple T. You can't say all his albums are trash. Everybody loves Get Rich or Die Trying. You can't hate that album. That album is one of those staple albums in the 2000s. Like when you talk about the 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, that album is one of those. Grandmas were buying that album. Nah, Triple T, you gotta take that back, Triple T. Either take that back, or go listen to some more 50. Go listen to the Power Dollar. Go listen to G-Unit is the Future. Go listen to what's the name of the album? What's the name of their group album? Not TOS. Beg for Mercy. Go listen to Beg for Mercy. Triple T, stop. Triple T, go listen to some more 50. All right. Triple T, thank you for your comment. Tammy says, Explosive is when I met you last night, baby. Yo, that Explosive video is crazy. All right. Both of them videos is crazy. Both of them videos. Listen. That Chronic 2001 album, that's a GOAT album. Thank you for that, Tammy. Triborough says, Triple T bugging. Yeah, Triple T, you wildin'. You wilding with that 50 Cent tape. You can't hate all 50 Cent. Like if you say 50 Cent is not he's not a lyrical rapper, maybe, but you can't hate all his shit. Nah. Triple T says Explosive and Still Dre are my personal favorites. Okay. Tammy says Triple T must be upset with me. He not speaking. Yo, Tammy, leave Triple T alone, man. Triple T going through it right now. Triborough said Beg for Mercy. Yeah, Triple T, go listen to that Beg for Mercy G-Unit album. Listen to Beg for Mercy. Listen to Power of a Dollar. And listen to 50 Cent is the Future. Go listen to those 3 projects. And then come back and tell me if you think 50 is whack. Go listen to those 3 projects. TOS is hard too. TOS is Queens. TOS had us wilding out here in Queens. All right. Triple T says, Tammy, I'm sorry. Yo, Triple T, show Tammy some respect, man. Why you mad at Tammy, Triple T? Lee, come on, man. It's Tammy the Leo, man. That's Tam, yo. All right? She called my girl Doodoo Brown. Yo, Tammy, leave Foxy Brown alone, yo. Yo, listen. Triborough said, listen to all the G-Unit stuff. Yeah, Triple T, man. You can't hate on 50 Cent, Triple T. He's a game changer. He changed the game in the 2000s. In the early 2000s, G-Unit, 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, The Game, they changed hip hop. When they were together, like Voltron, they were dropping fire. So you can't hate that era. You can't. If you're a hip hop head, no way you hate that G-Unit era. When they were all together, the hip hop world was all right, man. All right, y'all. Tomorrow, man. Knicks playing tomorrow, like Triborough says, man. Foxy Doodoo Brown is bad as hell. Yo, Tammy, man, I can't with you, man. I'm gonna take down the Nas. I'm gonna take the Nas down, man. Tammy be doing it, man. Yo, thank you all for joining the stream, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see you on the next live.